then I think we'll be. That one's good. This one should be good. Are we live?
Are your microphones new?
No. In fact, we'll do this.
So crazy.
And then I always, I'm going to look over there. Carla Cline. First ever repeat guest.
Are we live?
Live. You got to do this though. I'm getting a lot of constructive criticism coming in with the show now.
Really? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Got to do this. You see my set?
Famous.
Look at the set.
I know, it's beautiful.
These are from Camille.
Oh.
See? And then we have a guest book you have to sign. We're pretty official
getting up
now.
there between two ferns. You're going to be between two aloe plants soon.
A fern here, a fern here. Let's be honest. I called you. Didn't want to do it.
No.
It's so poopy out.
It's Monday. It's like the truest sense of yesterday was beautiful and gorgeous. We thought summer was here, and today is freaking Monday.
So I call you. Well, first I text you and I'm like, "You feeling it?"
Yeah.
And you didn't respond. What time did you wake up?
I woke up at 5:30.
So I'm getting moving. I text you, and it's no text. I'm being greedy because it wasn't that long. But I'm like, what's going on here? She's in an
I was busy.
I know, your mom.
But no, this is cool. Like what I haven't told you what I was doing.
Oh, okay. What did you do?
Well, so we were trying to cancel the show.
We were going to cancel the show.
Yeah.
And we did it.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, first I wanted to see you first of all, and then but I didn't want to do like the show. And then I'm like, all right, screw it. Let's do it.
Well,
so we did it.
I feel like there was some pressure in the sense that we've talked about. I got to be the first person on twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really are.
Thanks, man.
The repeat
the
guest.
Love. But that comes with some pressure because you got some fancy people on.
Fancy pants peoples.
Yeah. There's been some good shows.
You've been enjoying them?
Yeah. No, you're doing a good job, man.
Thank you.
You're making it happen.
It's happening. Did you see I'm like not really branding anything, but I just started. So if people have no idea about the show, and I'm doing that nursing home thing, the nursing home retirement show.
Yes.
I have a few guests lined up. That was amazing. I got really a lot of people got in touch with me with that. But for people who have no idea who I am, and it's called Flagler Podcast, but I'm not really pushing, like you're not going to hear me say that, but it's about the domain, pointed it to the subpage. Yeah. But I'm doing that for people who have like no idea.
And they're going to find you because they're looking for podcasts. Yeah.
So I really
do know what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm reading the memo. But what were you doing? So we already know you got the mommy duty. Oh, how did Corbin's game go, by the way?
Corbin scored 8 goals, maybe 10.
Wow.
Corbin kicked butt.
In lacrosse, that's a big deal.
Corbin was my kids are doing so awesome right now. I don't put it on Facebook and talk about it, but Penelope got straight A's for the second time. She's a terrific kid.
She's the oldest little kid I've ever met inside.
Yes.
Somebody
else said that today.
Really?
Yes.
When I left the shop the other day, not to interrupt you, but it really was. She's something like, and a lot of my friends pick on me because I'm not like a kid guy.
Right.
But Penelope, she just doesn't BS.
Right.
She's
well, that's what my friend was like. She's like a little adult. And I'm like, yes, she is. She argues like a big adult.
Well, that's what you had said the other day. You're like, she's a cranky old adult.
She's a cranky old person.
But she's got straight A's.
God again. Bless. She's doing awesome. And Corvin, so yeah, brag on the kids. Corvin is playing some just awesome lacrosse, and he scored like 8 or 10, I don't know, a lot of goals.
Did they win?
They won. They won the game. And he's just feeling confident and growing into himself, and I'm so excited. But he was one of 60 kids were given the chance to apply for ViStar
scholarship?
No, a work program.
Oh wow.
Internship.
Oh.
So your teacher,
and that's a bank?
Yes. Okay. They have a ViStar credit union in Matanzas that's operated by the students.
Okay.
So they've been working with ViStar, and I don't know what teachers had to recommend you, but he was one of 60.
Amazing.
And then he was one of 25 that got the interview, and he got hired. One of 12 kids hired for the internship.
That's got to be feeling good here.
Freaking awesome.
You really don't do a lot of.
No. And he just got a job at Sally's. And Boom. He loves it. He's like, I scooped a lot of ice cream the other day.
On a mom note, because actually I got a phone call a couple weeks ago from a mom, and I won't blow you up, but she said you need to have more moms on that are like working and doing things. They're like moms.
Right.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
But she must have missed your episode.
Yeah.
So here's my point though. What is there kind of this like unwritten rule that you have for yourself that you don't do a lot of the bragging, like or is it because you why don't you?
I just don't.
Okay.
It's just, I mean, I want Corbin's ego to be kept in check, my ego to be kept in check. And it's like, I'm so happy for him and so excited, but and as long as they know that I'm proud of them,
right? That's most important.
That's what matters. And I wait till after the game and give him a big old hug and tell him that he's awesome and stuff. And he's not on Facebook, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, Facebook is for old.
Facebook's for old people.
Barry's got to be loving this though. His son's an elite athlete.
Yeah,
that's got to be a good feel. Is he involved in the coaching criteria, or is he?
No, we're just spectators.
Just spectating.
He's the quiet one. I'm the yeller.
Really? Barry's the quiet one on the sidelines?
Yes.
I could see him.
Oh, he's like, I'm gonna go down and watch the game over here, away from you.
He's like pointing out, like, I don't know who she is.
Right. But I'm always yelling at my kid. Actually, I yell for all of them.
Just because? You know the game?
Like, you better run faster. What are you
No
doing?
dinner for you. Are you like, do you know the game? You know the rhythm? Or you're just like, shoot. Are you one of those?
I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I have an understanding of the game, but when they're throwing flags and yelling stuff, I have no idea what is happening.
Half
the time I don't even know where the ball went. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that ball is small and fast.
Yeah.
I would be really scared to be near this. When we're practicing soccer and the lacrosse boys are playing, we're like,
boom, boom.
Yeah, it's a whole nother.
Sure.
But so have you ever gotten like parents like, excuse me, ma'am?
No.
Okay.
No. No, like I say, I'm yelling. When I'm yelling for the teammates, it's like in support, cheering, inspiring, like go. Like,
so you're team mom?
No. I am the vice president of the booster club though.
Oh, I don't know his name, but there's a husband and wife team. They're sweethearts. They wore the blue.
Blue skies.
Yeah, they still do.
No, they had the youth program. That's how
okay.
we started lacrosse.
Okay.
Is Leanne and Oliver.
Gotcha. That's who it is.
Yes. But Leanne she's the coach, the girls coach for Ponte Vedra, which that's a big deal.
That's your next step.
No. No. I'll stay team mom.
Team mom. I'm really happy for you though.
Yelling lady over there.
Yeah, who's like this?
No, I'm not that bad, but I am loud. My voice carries. So when I'm cheering or like, Corbin, you better run, he can hear me.
I remember last time we had the show, I don't know how long ago it was now, but you were talking about him, like you were hoping he was going to start getting more confidence in his gameplay.
Yes.
And it seems that it's transpiring.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Good.
And so, we're still realistic, and it's like, he still doesn't know that lacrosse is something he wants to play in college, but I don't think he realized it would be an opportunity. So we're still like, maybe.
Well, what is he? 16.
He's 16.
He's got time.
What? But these days, man, kids they're lining you up and setting your career.
I know.
It's like, you're gonna do this. And
well, it's fascinating now that I'm trying to this, like I said, I'm calling it kind of like this, like wise segment where I'm going to sit down with guys and gals that are way older than us that have been through a lot of jazz. But one of the things that's always common is they grew up at like 16, they really did. Right. 16, they were like, I already had, I was working in the steel mill. And, like, oh, wow.
After I walked to school both ways uphill with no shoes.
But it's interesting. I think it's like, I always had that. I told Mama Chinchuli the other day, so when I grow up, I want to be like you, so like, I still don't feel grown up. Yeah. Well, I mean, I do. Cause like when the bills come in, you're like, wow, these are my bills.
Right.
But this is I don't know. What's it? Here's something. I had no plans on asking you anything, that, but because I had got this call, and it seems to be there seems to be this like untapped women are. So I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and he was actually on the show, and he's a great guy. So shout out to you, Matthew, if you're watching, Matthew Deckman, great guy, very intelligent, and had brought up something, we already know that women, and not even to get into anything like politically, but like, women statistically don't make more as much as men.
This is a great segue. Yes.
Right. But anyway, you get my point. I had never thought about it in the concept of, he thought because women are such an untapped, let's just say resource. More even overseas.
Right.
That in other countries, that if they were tapped, the breakthroughs in medical
would be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
this is perfect.
Yeah. Is this it?
Yeah.
Did I tap something?
This is great. One, when I was working for my father's construction company, which was hilarious.
Make sure you stay close because we're gonna get people are gonna start.
Okay.
Giving us bad ratings.
I don't want some thumbs down. Only thumbs ups and happy faces.
That's right.
So when I was working for Cline Construction, and
never heard of it
the first time, because I worked there a couple times, I was in the office and I was terrible. I refused to learn the phones and would just yell, "Scott, phone's for you," And then in my downtime, which I'm probably sure that I didn't actually have downtime, but I took it upon myself to have downtime during the day.
Carla downtime.
I would write stories. And one of them was Women Who Rule the World. And it was basically, women have way more to offer than it's being utilized. But to do that in the construction office and have, my super come by and be like, "What you doing?" Writing a story. What's it about? Women who rule the world. What the hell?
Right.
It was
not too conducive to women who rule the world.
Don't you have something else to do? Oh,
right.
No, this is very important. So, of course, I'm going to be on that bandwagon of the amazing women that I know and that are around and can contribute leaps and bounds. And you're hearing about it more and more in other countries.
Yeah.
That these women that are coming to power, New Zealand.
Yeah.
That girl's
a big one.
making stuff happen after the shooting.
Yeah. A lot of controversy there.
Yeah. Well, big things don't happen without controversy and
boom,
breaking it down. Yeah.
If
it's comfortable and just moving along slowly, things get swept over and don't change. So we have to burn it down, break it.
So what's something that you look back on as we're doing this adulting thing? Because I tell people I wish someone would have told me to get an accountant when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like when you're little, what's something that from a woman's perspective that you've learned that if a woman was about to have her first child, is there kind of like
mine is not, mine is not going to be woman's perspective.
Okay.
It is more so, coming out of the generation of where the man worked and his job was to provide for the family and the woman stayed home and took care of the kids. So changing that footprint and meeting, fathers that are staying home and taking care of the children and doing a better job or not, but it's not someone's job. It's whoever is best fit for whatever and making it work that way. And that goes with everything. It's like, instead of it, this is the way it should be. It's like, well, how does it work the best? Right. And my skills are better at this. Unfortunately, I am better at, getting the kitchen cleaned and cooking and sorting stuff out. And Barry is better at doing these things. And whether I like it or not, that's just the way it works best. But do I like being bestowed the role of the housekeeper on a regular basis? No, not at all. But for me, I think it has nothing to do with roles. It's confidence that you can do anything that you want to do. And I don't think women for the longest time were given any of that.
Yeah.
And so it's what I'm doing. And it's not that my parents didn't give it to me. That's been the biggest thing for me right now, is learning that if I believe I can do it, I can. And I'm in that struggle period right now. And so the conversation that I had before I got here, we have a couple guests from England that wrote a book that a lot of people would have a hard time understanding or believing or whatever. She channeled a being, and it's pretty amazing. Anyway, so now I can't even remember the book, but it'll come to me in a minute. Anyway,
what are you talking about? What?
Yeah, did you ever hear the movie like What the Bleep Do We Know? and quantum physics and all the secret and
I'm all about quantum physics.
Yes. This is kind of all in that
Okay.
genre. Like,
Ooh.
yeah.